Good afternoon, YouTube. Day 5 of the Fringe, Edinburgh Fringe Odyssey. I am Ian, this is Jane. If you've not seen us before, there's loads of videos already. We're reviewing lots and lots of stuff, and we went to our first show, which was Jane's choice, and that was The Last Flapper. But before we get on to that, we did make the cardinal mistake of thinking it was at one venue and then suddenly finding out it was a good 10 minutes walk away, or run.
It was a 5-minute run. It was a rookie error.
Yeah, and everybody at Edinburgh makes it at least once every year.
Well, I hope they do.
Yeah.
Not something we normally do.
So it was at Greenside Riddle. We thought it was at Greenside Infirmary Street. So we were slightly late, but they did let us in. Sometimes venues don't let you in if you arrive late. It is at the discretion of the venue, so be warned about that. Give yourself plenty of time.
Yeah. But we were told we only...
At least we missed the first 2 minutes.
2 minutes. But that doesn't
excuse it. And we did apologise to Catherine and Rob, who were doing The Last Flapper, because we shouldn't have been late, and we were.
No.
Sorry, do you want to...
Yeah, so this is described as jazz age icon Zelda Fitzgerald wonders how the hell she ended up in an asylum. Life as Mrs. F. Scott wasn't all champagne and pearls. In this powerful one-woman show, Zelda tells her side of the story.
Now, I wouldn't have picked this, but I'm glad you did, because Catherine's performance was absolutely stunning. It was amazing.
Stunning is the word.
It was pretty much sold out. I think it was sold out today, and they said it was sold out yesterday. Yep. So, and it's not on for the full length. So if if it sounds like your sort of thing, book early because it is selling out.
Yep.
It was definitely a full house today.
Understandably.
Yeah. And because I don't know how she does it really.
No. I mean, she is in an asylum, and a lot of people will know her story, and she's basically in her doctor's room and the doctor doesn't turn up, and so she starts to sort of reminisce, I suppose, about how she got there, about her life, about how she was treated by Scott and by other members of because they moved in glittering circles, and she sort of commented on that. She found lots of episodes of her life very emotional, and she was displayed that incredibly. I mean, how she feels at the end of a performance. I mean, we did see her, but I was very conscious of the fact that what she had just put herself through.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she did say that it takes her at least an hour to come down after a performance, and you completely understand
sort
that.
Sort of very guilty, sort of almost talking to her.
Yeah.
She was fantastic, but I mean, she gets angry and she cries. Her emotions are all over the place, and she shows it. But it's all part of the narrative. I know that's an overused word, but it's a narrative, and so we glimpse parts of her life and the fact that she wrote stories, she had diaries, and she then discovered that her husband had used them, that they reappeared in his books, but she'd been told that she wasn't a very good writer, and this constant sort of undermining of her self-esteem and wow.
Well, it's a theme that we're seeing, isn't it? In these type of plays and performances.
Yeah, we have seen it.
That women are undermined throughout history. We know this. It doesn't make it right, and it is still going on today, as we've said before in previous.
It is an incredibly powerful piece of theatre.
Amazing performance, absolutely amazing performance.
Absolutely. You should go and see it. If obviously, maybe this isn't your thing, but if you're interested in theatre, I think you'd find it fantastic.
Yeah.
So there are also some lighter moments when she remembers about how happy she was. when she first met Scott, and all to do with that before they got married.
The engagement ring.
The engagement ring and things. And then, you know, she makes some wry comments all the way through it. I can't think of anything specific, but you know, there are, you know, you would sort of laugh. Or
she had very good. This is back to sort of her performance. She had incredible eye contact with all of us in the audience. Literally, she could see us all, and you know, there was one point where she said to a lady on the front row, "Oh, you're in here with me," meaning the asylum.
That's right.
She was able to. I mean, we were sat at the back, but she was able to. And at one point, she was looking at me and talking to me, and she did that with everybody. So that was actually quite. You don't always see that in a performance.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Because she kept adding to her own notes.
Yes,
so
she
that
did.
Was quite. You know, she would sort of take on certain words, but yeah, fantastic performance.
It's also worth noting it's not on for the full run of the Fringe. It is on 6th to 12th, and then the 14th to the 19th, on up to 1:45 every day, 50 minutes, and it's greenside at Riddle's Court. Now, Riddle's Court is actually on the Royal Mile.
Right at the top, in front of the castle.
Yeah. It probably takes you more than 10 minutes to get through the crowds, because the crowds it's a Sunday today, so but every day around the Royal Mile is crowded along there, and that was our biggest problem, was not getting from where we thought it was to. It was actually getting and working our way without kicking people out of the way, really, wasn't it? You know, but absolutely stunning. How many stars?
It's a 5 from me.
It's a 5 from me also. I think it's absolutely superb.
Good.
Okay. So thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time. We're off to see something called what do you? What
was it? Oh, it's
no. Los
Guardiola.
Your accent's better than mine.
Los Guardiola.
The Comedy of Tango. So it's a dance show. So see you next time. Cheers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, sorry. Bye. I was just thinking it's Guardiola, not. Or what did I? Yeah.
That's funny. That's quite.
Guardiola. Yeah, Guardiola. That's what I said.
Bye-bye.
Bye.